Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick and this is Gluttony and Earth.
Gluttony Earth.
And with me, we have the sneakiest of them all. It's Kyle.
I'm so sneaky, I stole your cookies.
We have the handiest of them all. It's Adam.
Hi. No, we're just gonna move. Yes. You all know what the joke was.
We have the most avoidant of them all. It's Baka.
Hey, it's a red flag if you're colorblind.
He's back. And we have the most religious of them all. It's Kane. I almost called you Kane.
Kane. I do believe I just farted.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need to know that.
You believe you did? You believe you did?
It's like my faith. I believe it. I don't know if I did.
Oh,
okay. Oh wait, no. I smell it. I farted.
Oh, okay. There's evidence.
There is. There's evidence.
So last year, I had several injuries.
Is this last year as a time of recording or last year as time of posting?
As of posting. Year as the time of posting. This is February now. Last year, I got several injuries. The only times in my life I've ever been injured, twice in 1 year. I made it to my 30s without being injured.
Getting old.
First one being probably, some might say is the worst of them, which is when I got into a car accident and then fucked up my insides quite a bit, right? People say. Personally, I think the worst one was I sprained my thumb. My thumb bent all the way backwards. Painful for so long. And it sucked because it happened like a week after the new DBZ game came out. So I was able to play it for like 3 days and not touch it again for a very long time. That to me is emotionally worse, I'd say.
To be fair, that was most of the player base anyway.
Yeah, most of them. Well, it's because they all play competitively. I play because I enjoy it. I don't play for competitive. Hell no. That's the problem. That's why they're all miserable and left it.
I think we looked yesterday, me and my friend, yesterday as in November, and it had lost 90% of its player base.
Yeah, they're all because it's a bunch of people who grew up on the games, loving the games, and then realizing finally just now that it's not meant for competitive play. Like, that's not what the game is. The game is so wildly unbalanced, and it's always been unbalanced. So, yeah, they're all just a bunch of dumbs. A bunch of fucking putzes. But I'm curious about your guys' experience with getting injured. What's the worst injury you've all had?
I think we have had these bands. We have had this bands. I am 90% sure because I'm having deja vu of explaining the one major injury I have had.
Okay, well, explain it again.
I think you're just experiencing your doubles life.
Yeah.
So because I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember this either. Were you explaining it to your other friends or?
No, because this is the only D&D game we have bans on beforehand.
Okay, how about this? How about you explain what the injury is, and then we'll decide if we've heard this before.
The only major injury I have had is when I broke my collarbone when I was a wee little tyke.
This doesn't sound familiar at all.
I swear. Okay. Yeah, I broke my collarbone when I was in kindergarten.
He's the fake! Oh, wow, kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
That's before I knew you.
That's like a crack in your collarbone as a kid is like 90% of your collarbone compared to as an adult. That's like you have so much less bone to work with.
Yes, I guess.
That sucks. I got nailed around kindergarten. I got nailed in the chest with a swing set pole. I was trapped on a swing set and it tipped over and it swung back and landed on me. I didn't break anything. Like I said, haven't been injured until my fucking 30s. That's how you know my body's decaying. It's no longer a super pack, but like that does suck. Like, did you just not move for like 3 years or?
No, it wasn't even. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I was in kindergarten, so I don't remember that much about it. Because you can't put it in a cast because like it's a collarbone, so it's like the
angel wing thing.
Yeah, it's like essentially like backpack straps that you just like wear that helps like keep it like in place.
Compressed.
Yeah, because the only other thing I really remember about it, a couple of things. One, my family didn't believe me that I was actually in pain. They just thought I was being like a crybaby because it's like you're in kindergarten. It's like, I mean, yeah.
Oh no, I broke the one bone that doesn't move or do anything.
And then 2, because it was like during the school year and it was my right collarbone and I'm right-handed. So I was terrified as a small child that I wasn't going to be able to learn how to write. It's like, because we were in kindergarten, we were like learning letters and shit. So it's like, what am I supposed to do?
What a societal anxiety. Oh no, what if I wake up one day and I can't write?
What a heckin' nerd, dude.
That's the most dweebish shit I've ever heard. Oh no, Mom, I won't be able to learn my letters today.
I'll be illiterate for the rest of my life.
Stop faking it and learn your letters. Kane, how many bones have you broken? How many elbows have you smashed?
So I've only had 2 serious injuries. The first one was when I was a sophomore in high school. I had my left shoulder severely dislocated. So like it was during wrestling practice, and it was to the point where like I couldn't move my arm at all. Trainer pops it right back in, and me being a dumbass is like, oh okay, and then I go back and I just keep going. Not smart. And then the other more serious injury was when I was playing college football. I had a serious concussion to where like there was like 5 minutes left in the game, and I had lost consciousness, but I was in the game for the last like 8 minutes.
That's bad.
That scared the hell out of me.
That's bad.
Yeah. That was really bad.
Just playing on auto.
That's truly playing on auto.
I'm also having deja vu now.
Oh, really?
I damn it,
we've
Kyle.
had this branch before.
I don't think this is all fresh to me.
I don't remember Kane's, but that may just be my poor memory.
Or I have bad memory because I'm concussed.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Kane's got an excuse.
You've been concussed your entire life.
My brain is fucked. Like, legit, my brain function is like, Nick, you'll laugh at this because this was before I knew you. I didn't have a stutter, and then I developed my stutter, and now I'm way dumber.
Yeah. Oh well, you're not dumb because you have a stutter. that's not what
just my whole brain
I just want to be
worse.
clear. That's for the listeners. You're not dumb if you have a stutter.
No, I'm just saying that. Yes, and it's like I have the stutter, and my brain function is worse.
There's a comma in there.
Yeah. Okay.
See, if I were smarter, I would have put the comma.
No, I remember Kane's injury.
I know. Well, I knew he had a concussion. I don't remember anything about a shoulder. Okay, Kyle, what about you? What have you had any serious injuries?
Yeah, getting on Overwatch.
Yeah.
My elbow.
Oh, you broke your elbow.
No, I fractured it.
Okay. Almost broke it. What'd you do?
It was roller skating. My first time.
Mm.
And I was doing good. I was like using like the little training wheels thing. Then I was like, okay, let's try without. And then let's try go faster, and faster was not it. I died right there.
I died.
I died. I've been a ghost this whole time. Ooh.
I'm having deja vu. I'm pretty sure I've said this before.
I don't think I've heard
told
this
that story before, but I've never heard it.
Yeah. Baka, how injured have you
I
been?
can't wait until when the audience is like, "Yeah, you guys did this before."
No, yeah, that's like it's like,
we're
hey,
just
you know what?
gaslighting all.
Yeah. Write in. If we've done this band before, you let us know, so we can all
Are me and Adam crazy? Are we gaslighting ourselves?
Well, no, the thing is, you guys are acting like you remember different people's stuff, right? Like you're.
I remember Kane's, and I remember saying this story to you guys before.
I've never heard this story.
I've never heard of these. And Adam didn't know Kane's.
And I didn't know Adam's, and I've known Adam the longest.
You didn't know mine? I swear I've told you.
No. My sister had
Maybe we're
collarbone,
concussed,
but I didn't
Adam.
remember
Maybe
you
we have
breaking yours.
concussion.
Okay, maybe I just need
I've
to
only rolled my
start
ankle.
drinking.
So, and I was on crutch for a couple days after that.
Hmm.
You guys are crazy. I'm right. Me and Adam are right.
Unless, if I say this, if this trips anybody's memory other than Adam's, I had laser feet,
Well,
but that wasn't for an injury. No,
Wait,
okay.
what'd
No,
you say?
I would have probably said that if anything. I had laser surgery on my feet. It wasn't from an injury.
Was it to get the hair out?
What the fuck?
No, I had warts on my feet, and they were
Oh.
so bad. Nothing
I was
else
like,
would
what is
do
a
it.
laser for your feet for?
Yeah, nothing else would do it.
It's the
So they had
webbing.
to laser all of my skin off my foot.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was
Ooh.
bad.
I know you
That's
haven't told that on a
Yeah,
podcast.
that would be the
Yeah.
only thing I'd possibly say is an injury because I know I hadn't talked about the other one because that's the only thing I had is a broken ankle.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have not
And a
talked
broken
about
heart.
this
No.
Boo.
I think my
Am I
greatest
right,
injury was hearing
fellas?
that joke.
It wasn't a joke.
My greatest injury is that I was concussed before.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's a good joke.
We're
That's good.
saying that.
Well, you know what else we can all remember? The
No.
recap. Ooh, say it with me now. Okay. So last time the crew was able to get settled into life aboard the Cyrus, and Leoric finally was able to sit down and explain to them what the mission was. He explained to them that there is some sort of demonic corruption involved on the island, and he needs them and other hired librarians to go out and set up some ritual sites. So that way he and the current test administrator, Vorka, can enact a ritual that will cleanse the island in one go of the corruption. Eventually, it was going to be a few days, so everyone got to settle in and do whatever they were going to do. And, in that time, Deborah asked Darius about Thelum, Temenos asked Silas about his faith, and Leoric divulged to Endien about the Falcon, the island guardian, and how she has not been seen around the island in a long time that he is aware of. Eventually, also, Mako and Silas were having some heart-to-heart while playing some chess and gambling about how sometimes the librarian license, it's just a step in the direction, right? It's just it gets you going somewhere, and there's a lot of people who find disappointment with it, but really, it really is just a step in the door, and the rest is, the individual needs to still have some sort of drive to go. They have this, and they gamble the night away as Mako beats Silas in chess because Silas doesn't know how to play it. And that is where we left off. We had some nice ship life. If I recall, Endien had a scene that she wanted to do. I'm sure it was very important.
You remembered it from a month ago? Damn.
Yeah. You're muted this whole time.
Incredibly muted.
I was saying, I was talking about how important they were and how I'm so glad you remembered it, that I had two people I wanted to talk to.
Oh.
And it's gonna provide a lot of information that's gonna be very useful.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find Deborah first.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Endien.
Oh, hello. I just wanted to see how your training was going and if you were getting along well.
Yeah, things have been going pretty good here.
All right, perfect. Walk away.
Oh. Okay. How's things? How's the missions been going? How's your search?
Oh,
How's the sword? I know you were.
hopefully this mission will enlighten more information with the sword. I actually got it on the island, the testing island, at the castle there.
Oh, there's a castle. I don't know much about the island.
Sorry, I just had things clicking in my brain.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. Other missions have been successful. Some of them. Some not so much.
Sure. I mean, it's a pretty rough life to live, so I'm sure
Yes,
there's
no,
always going to be some cost to it.
Yes, it's not easy. If I may ask, why did you decide to get your license?
Well, my aunt. Well, I guess going a little bit further back than that, the Zealous Chain is, we're a set of city-states. We're like one giant mercenary country in a way, because we supply the world with mercenaries. There was the Anura Wars, as they're known. There was some wars going on with the Kingdom of Loxton, and eventually some demons, these Anura, popped up, and it started causing chaos. And it turned out that they could corrupt people and turn them into Anura themselves and things like that. And it's just my aunt died, in dealing with this stuff. And I'm looking. I want to be able to find ways to deal with, to fix things, fix people with. And I know I'll be able to gather enough resources to really do my studies and find answers once I become a librarian.
Well, you seem very capable of doing so.
Thank you. I hope so.
Yeah, you have the drive that I originally didn't. Leoric actually turned down me becoming alive, like doing his training multiple times before.
Oh.
He did end up accepting me.
And you said you didn't have the drive?
No, originally I didn't much care to do it at all, but my parents wanted me to, and they knew Leoric, so they tried to get me in, but he must have seen that I didn't really want to be there, until one day I did.
Well, you got your license.
Yes,
So
yes, I did.
it seems as though your hunt is leading you in places.
Many places, yes. Well, I need to talk to your uncle, so I'll be leaving now.
All right. I should probably.
We had this
Yeah.
girl chat.
Me too. Yeah.
Then she'll sweep away to go talk to Darius. Knock on his door. I assume he's at his room. I don't know. You could. But I'm gonna knock on his door first.
Yeah.
It's Endien. Can we talk?
Yeah, of course.
Opens door.
Yeah.
So how are you liking the ship? It's a modern marvel, huh? She goes to like slap the wall, like she's seen people that are impressed with their inanimate objects are, but like gently taps it.
This baby can fit hundreds of people in there.
I mean, this is the same one that took us to the desert, wasn't it?
Oh yes, you've been aboard.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Rook
took us.
That Rook took you.
Okay.
Yeah, this is your first time being on the ship. Yeah.
That was not.
I wouldn't have said that then.
Darius, do you have a concussion?
I mean, yeah, it's real nice. It's real nice.
Yeah. So if you so remember, what do you think of other?
Your mic cut out. What?
What do you think of the other U's?
In what capacity? I mean, I don't know where they come from. And that's confusing and concerning.
Do you think they would all come from the same place?
No, I don't think so. When we were in the auction house place, that seemed to be like where they, at least some of them were gathering up, or at least were all drawn there for whatever reason. But it seemed to be like different paths in life that brought them all there. Like they all had different things that were happening, or that happened to them, that brought them to that point, and how they were in that place. Does that make sense?
Sort of. Do you think they're all actually you? Like, what makes them Darius, and how were they made to be Darius in different spots at different times, possibly?
I don't know. My current theory is, because we know there are different planes and such, that I mean, even like the Prisma, as reflections of our plane in and of itself, or Dark World. Like we've seen, or with the mirrors and such, that there may be more planes like this one, where it is the prime plane, but it is of a different version of us, so that it is running in parallel to us, and somehow that auction house was a way for like a meeting place, or where they all overlapped.
Do you think that their souls are all the same then, to start off?
I hadn't given a thought to their souls. I assumed they all have one. Why wouldn't they?
I don't know. I guess I'm pondering on if there's like one soul that's like, this is Darius' soul, or if they're all just different souls, but they're all Darius' soul, or is there one soul, but it gets fractured and put into different Dariuses amongst planes?
I mean, I've thought about that in the sense of, is there one that's like gonna make it out of this, if that makes sense? Because most of them seem to have pretty tragic and horrific lives, and it feels like some of the dreams I've had about this, and Darius does like let out a long sigh thinking about all the dreams and all of the like everything wrapped up in that. It feels like for whatever reason, I've been given multiple chances to try to do this, and I keep fucking it up in different ways. And one of us has to figure it out eventually.
What do you know about the Anura Wars?
What brings that up?
Oh, I was just having girl talk with Deborah, and it was brought up. And I was just wondering, because a few things were lining up in my brain that might come together. Because she was talking about how there were the Anura like corrupting people.
I mean, I've fought in the Anura Wars. That's where Bernice died. That's also.
Oh, go ahead.
No, and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's also where I found that box that was taken from me by the librarian, Darius.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wonder if the corruption that's happening on the island is similar to that.
I mean, there certainly seems to be more demonic corruption happening. That's what was happening in the Lead Link, too. They had him down in the catacombs.
Sorry, just composing myself. The catacombs makes me laugh because I've always heard catacombs. The catacombs makes me laugh. Yes, sorry. That was just all the questions I had. I was just pondering things and thought I'd bounce some off of you.
What made you think about the souls of the other Dariuses?
Just thinking about souls. Because like the mirror. What if my soul's not my soul? What if that other Indian's my soul, or the one that's in the genocide tapestry?
What if they're all you?
That's why I was bringing it up to you. What if they're all me, or a fraction of me, or one of us is me?
But why now?
I just had a lot of time to think about things while wandering around the ship.
Okay. I mean, it's... I don't know what's going on with any of this. I think the mirror and the tapestry... I think the mirror is some Prisma strangeness. I think that feels different.
Yes, it's very trickstery.
To
be trusted. I didn't tell the goblins about not touching the mirror or the tapestry or leaving the window open or all the things.
There's a lock in your room. I didn't give them access to your room.
Okay. None of them know dispel magic or anything?
No, they're not that smart.
All right.
Hey, put some respect on Egg's name.
They just got to level 3.
Yeah. There's
no blood to hunt in that room.
Yeah.
I don't smell the blood of that.
I think the tapestry, though, I think it's, I mean, maybe not the exact same thing, but I think it's similar in that sense that it could be something that happens, and if it's similar to what I've been seeing, there is a world where that does play out. And it doesn't make that Indian any less of you. It's just a different Indian.
That's why it has to stay rolled up so it can't come to fruition.
Well, if that Indian comes here, I mean, you could kill her.
What if that Indian is me and it's a prophecy?
I
don't trust prophecies.
I think Darius would know this probably more than Endien would, but prophecies haven't really been a thing since the gods left.
I mean, that's not. I mean, there are magics and such where you can get like a small insight into what's going to be happening in like the short term, but there's not. I mean, there's not prophets on the side of the street saying, the king's going to die in 7 days or something like that. Like, there's not prophecies anymore. It's just not a thing.
That wasn't on the side of the street, though. That was a mural in an interdimensional auction house.
Yeah, where I murdered several versions of or at least 2 versions of myself.
So you can say it's completely out of the question, then?
I'm saying...
Since you just said?
I'm saying if you don't want the tapestry to come true and you know that it could come true, you have the agency to prevent that from happening. There's no prophecy setting it in stone.
Yeah, by keeping it rolled up so that it can't get out.
No. You can prevent it from happening because you know that it could happen. You saw what was going to be happening, so you can take steps to prevent that. It being rolled up doesn't have any impact on the choices besides keeping it rolled up.
It's fair.
Just because you see it doesn't mean it's going to come true. I've seen horrible versions of myself. I've seen horrific dreams. And I'm working every day to prevent those from happening.
So then it might be a different Endien, is what you're saying.
Could be. Or it could be some fucked up in a little auction house to terrorize you. They're just bad things in the world, too. Fucking demon tortured me for 10 years.
This is true. Many bad things. I have much more to contemplate now.
Or it's something to tempt you. Could just be that.
Well, I should be off.
Do you think do you think Leoric will show me the ritual that they're going to be doing? He seemed to be pretty not willing to share information about that. Cuz I want to know what the fuck they're doing before we get there.
That's fair.
Cuz I don't what type of magic are they doing that they're going to cleanse a whole ass island in one spell? That's big magic.
I could ask him and see if he'll tell me.
I want to see it. I want to know.
Well, I'll let you know when I know. I just don't know that he knows you well enough to tell you. Not that he'll tell me either, but I think I have more of a chance.
All right, I appreciate it.
Turn around and walk out. Message Leor. Message him. Can we have another meet? I'd like to meet.
You just cut out.
Why is it cutting me out so much? I was just gonna message him that there's I'd like to meet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I say. La la la. No, I'd like to meet to discuss more of our upcoming mission.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just in the study right now. You can go ahead and come by at any point.
I'll be there right away. I don't say that to him, but that's what I'm doing. Going right away.
In the study, I'll say you'll see it's in the study it's Leoric, Martha, and actually they're there with Temenos. Dr. Temenos. So you got your license a year earlier, from what I could see from records, right? Than they did. So I haven't really noted, what are you after?
Well, I haven't been too vocal with many people of what I'm after. Because to some it seems foolish. But I am after the Fountain of Youth. I wish to help the world.
Leoric and Martha kind of shoot each other a look. Interesting. And what makes you seek out the fountain? What made you think about a Fountain of Youth?
I've seen my loved ones suffer and die from diseases that our medicine could not help them with. And I feel my connection to my god, Sanavita. She wishes for all life to flourish. And I wish to help my god, and helping the world live.
Oh, Sanavita. That makes sense then. Have you found any progress?
Bits and pieces. We found a flower that may hold some significance. It was in her temple, or a temple that she had blessed at one time, and the leads aren't strong, But I know my god would not lead me on some wild goose chase.
But you found leads.
Yes. So there must be, if there are leads, there must be something.
They like shoot each other a look again. Interesting. Oh, Endien, you're here.
Oh, Endien.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't aware you were already having a meeting. I can come back later.
No, we were just discussing stuff. We'll see, trying to see how your crew is faring and
Confused
See.
look. Oh yes, crew. Oh, I just had questions about the ins and outs of what the ritual would be, so we knew what we were getting ourselves into. I know we're just there to set up the things, but I would like to know more about the intricacies.
yeah, of course. We plan on, we have containment units that we will place in significant places on the island. That will help us when we enact the ritual. Will then absorb the corruption into crystals that we can then dispose of. It should just, because of the places that we're putting them in as part of this ritual, we should be able to just enact it and wipe the island all at once in one single ritual. Of course, it's a very strong magic. That's why Vorka is leading it, but
Where are you disposing of the crystals after? Like just throwing them in an abyss or something?
we'll be sealing them off to make sure that nothing really comes of them until they can cool off.
Wouldn't it be easier just to destroy the crystals?
We're containing the corruption in the crystals. If we destroy the crystals, we're releasing the demonic corruption again. So we will store them in a place until the corruption kind of dies down in those. Power weakens in them, and then it'll just disperse. If nothing else, we can always try and send him back to Dark World.
So you know that this corruption came from Dark World then?
Most demonic sources are from Dark World.
Fair enough.
So I could only assume.
That's all I had. You can go back to talking about gods.
No.
Yes, Endien, don't worry. I will stay out of the way and then just kind of turn back.
Perfect. I haven't heard anything, so you're doing well. Walks up.
Yeah, I mean, if nobody else has any other questions or concerns while we're here, we'll say a few days, days have passed, and we'll have made it. You see, so as you guys are flying, you see this, you've been out at sea for a while, in the airship, so you haven't seen much, but now you're finally in the distance. If you've looked out the windows at all, you'll start noticing an island in the distance. There'll be some sort of some alarms going off announcing to people that they're going to be arriving soon. But if you look out, you see things that you can see from the Cyrus. You see, so this is an island with a mountain in the middle. There's a forest to the west side and a desert to the east. The desert takes up less of the island out of the two, though. There's a few smaller islands to the south. There's a massive tree in the forest. There is a castle on a mountain on the side of the mountain that's facing the desert. There is a massive lake in the forest as well. And you also see from the desert this giant stone mound sticking out of it. So that's what the visuals you get when you're approaching this island, and eventually the Cyrus will port and let everyone off that's going to be going off. It's you four. You'll see Martha and Leoric will be heading out with you as well. They're going to lead you to... it's not a far walk, but there is a hut that has been established that they can go and meet with Vorka. Vorka is an orc. She has long, dark red hair in a ponytail. And you notice, the first thing you really notice about her is she is dressed very many robes, like various layers of different robes, and that she has one glass eye. That's like the features that you kind of notice right away. But you also notice gathering in this area is actually, you see 10 other people, various ancestries and whatnot, as they're all gathering here for this mission. Leoric, you're here. Vorka speaks up and waves to you guys. And these are the rest. You are Endien's crew, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. That means we can get things going. I hope your trip wasn't too bad. Looks towards Leoric. Looks back towards you guys. Yes. So everyone here, the mission that you've been assigned to, that you've agreed upon, Leoric and I will be setting the stage for a ritual to be done on this island. You're all familiar with this island, I presume. Most of you of which I believe are librarians or accompanied librarians. You're most be familiar with this island, for whatever parts you've partaken your test at. There has been this demonic corruption from Dark World infesting the island as of late, and we are going to be enacting a ritual to purify the island, and that's where you all will come in. So here, and then she pulls out these almost like these metal pods with pikes at the end, collapsible pikes on them. You will be taking these, and then she plants one in the ground, and you will be adding, and she pulls out a bag of soul gems. Take these soul gems. We'll be having you guys going around and establishing these at specific points on the island, and you will put these in the containment units, and we will have you drying out. And she pulls out a piece of paper. This set of runes, and you'll be setting these runes around the pike containment unit. Once everything is set and ready to go, in about in 3 days is when we will, should be all set within 3 days, and then we will enact the ritual from there. I hope you brought your camping gear, because we'll need to make sure that those things stay out there and that are done. But there is enough of you. Hopefully we can get it all settled right away. You are free to come back here after you've established after everything's established, but I'd ask that you check up on the other points when you're done, just to make sure. And then from there, if you find any corrupted beings, if you could handle them, that'd be great. We don't need anything really disrupting this stuff, but the ruins that you're placing as part of the ritual also act as a ward, so hopefully nothing will be interacting with the pikes once they're down. All right. Once everything's set, Leoric and I will be enacting the ritual. Should cleanse everything. We'll be taking the corruption and just trapping it in these crystals. Does that make sense to everyone here? Anyone got any questions?
What locations are we planting all these at? How many are we going to be responsible for?
Good question. There are 7 locations on this island, and she starts handing out maps. I don't know how many of you are going in what kind of groups here, but I have a series of I have 5 different maps here for you guys to split up and go through here. There's 7 locations. I could just okay. There is, and you'll notice on this map like certain X's on here. You are looking for the Grand Tree. You are looking for the lake, the castle. There is there's a beach on the other side of this part of the west side. You'll notice it by the 2 rocks, but there's an X on the map. You'll find it. There is a certain point in the forest. You'll find a forest shrine in there, and near the top of the mountain as well. And also as well, there is you probably saw it on your way in. You'll notice in the desert there is a stone head sticking out, and that'll be the desert area. I believe that was all of them. Tree, lake. Did I say the castle?
Yep.
Yes.
Castle, beach, desert, forest, shrine, and mountaintop. All right. That'll be for. You can split up in groups, split off as you need. Again, we have 5 maps here. Take a few each just in case. And guys, say good luck. Again, hopefully you don't have to come back here directly if you feel the need to stay out there setting things up. But if you guys don't come back, and we're hoping to set this off in 2 days, within 2 days. So
2 days or 3 days? You said 3 days before.
Did I say 3 days?
You did.
Okay, well, we'll go with 3 days then.
Okay.
Give you a little extra time.
How accurately do these hikes have to be placed? I mean, anywhere near these locations? Or
anywhere near those locations, yeah. As long as you get those down and you set up the wards. The wards, they act as wards. They act as they act kind of as like nodes for us to track when we're doing this, and then it also acts kind of as a binding bit for the ritual as well. They'll all be able to connect to each other in a way. So as long as you get them down in generally these areas, I mean, it's not precise because it's mostly about just the significance of the area on the island, and the rest of it should work out good for me and Leoric here. Can I get perception checks from everyone but Darius?
Sure.
Well, I think Darius, you're invested in this question and stuff like that.
That's fair.
19 for.
I also got a 9.
Ooh, Temenos.
Temenos rolled an 8.
Ooh, okay, you're invested in this. The other 2, you do notice a halfling staring at Silas.
I'm gonna lean to says, is that person staring at you?
I'll wave.
You get kind of like a sneer from them, and they turn away from you.
Old flame or
They're into me.
current flame? Got it.
All right. If there's no other questions, I think we can get things started. You all have your mag phones, and then on the maps you'll have the some way of contacting us. So if you have your mag phones, you'll be able to reach back if you need to.
Are groups assigned already to spots, or how are we?
No. You guys can decide amongst yourselves how you want to split this off. There is
castle. Start running.
there is let's see, looking. There's like I said, there's 5 maps and there's about 7 locations. So you will have to double up in some ways, or else this ritual won't go off. Like I said, when you're done with one, check the others as well.
Just so for my mental, is there enough people that it's going to be groups of 2 for each spot? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, there is. So there's you 4. There's a group of 3, a group of 2, a group of 2, and a group of 3. It's you 4 and 10 others. But there's 7 locations, but there's only 5 maps.
Yeah.
So you guys will have to set people will need to set stuff up and then go double check on the other ones just to make sure everything got set up. That's why it's like, decide amongst yourselves who's going to get which spots, and just make sure you work as a team here.
All right. Well, I want to go to castle. Somebody wants to join. I don't know if.
Any reason why you want to go back to the castle?
No. Because I want information about the thing we're here for.
Not about any other thing.
Like sword too, I guess. I would have brought the king sword and had to strap it back since we're going. So I just got the giant sword on this small frame.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they want us to split up with other people.
We're not going to.
At a game. This is a castle that our birds died at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Are you sure? I know it was hard for you there. I know you saw a lot of things.
You got hit harder than me.
I'm trying to remember if you... Like, this is for different banter. I'm trying to remember if you hit me at all. I don't think you did.
No.
I think somebody might have, though.
Silas never attacked you in the castle.
Yeah, I think... I
ever.
have a weird thought that Marco might have at some point, but probably not.
What I'm saying is...
was one of you possessed?
I think so. I think during the time one of us was possessed,
that could have been a
somebody hit
possibility.
me. Yeah. No, I'll be fine. There's more important things than me.
You hear like 2 people from there, like, we want to take the castle.
We're taking the castle.
We said dibs first.
Sprinting.
Yeah.
How many? So I counted people, but I didn't count groups. How many groups of people were there?
There's 5 groups because there'll be
5 groups.
including
Okay, so
you.
we don't have to split up. Okay.
Yeah, you guys don't have to split up, but there's 5 groups including you guys. You're the largest group, I think, out of them. Otherwise, it's 2 groups of 3 and 2 groups of 2, and then 1 group of 4, which is you guys.
We can take the castle and the mountaintop, since that'll be the same location, to save y'all some extra troubles. Especially since we're a bigger group too. We can handle trekking out a little bit longer.
The group of 3 then is like, all right, we can hit up both the forest and the lake since they're both they seem pretty close by.
Very close.
Pretty close by. Are you making fun of my language?
Yes.
Blurry is the word for very in my language.
Well, maybe you should change it. If you have just one word that isn't common.
The other one seemed like, they kind of split. As long as you know, like, so if you're heading towards the mountain and the castle, then they can all kind of split up pretty easily. Between the rest of them, it's not there's like a group of 3 going for the lake and the forest shrine. Group of 2 to the desert, group of 2 to the beach, and a group of 3 going to the tree. Sounds like.
So ideally we go to the mountain first so we know how much time we have at the castle.
Yeah. I mean, how long is it going to take us to get to the castle?
It took us a couple days to get there, didn't it?
It
Or like
took
the better
you a
part
day
of
and
a
a
day.
half. It took you like a day and a half. Because then you spent the night at the second night at the castle, and then your third night, which is like the last day, is when you guys were on your way back.
Yeah.
But then again, it was partially, you're exploring, looking for things.
We're exploring. We had somebody die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took about a day and a half the last time we were here, but we didn't know where we were. So.
Well, you should be able to make pretty good time then if you and Silas already know the lay of
This
the
was
land.
like 2 days or 2 years ago almost.
Yeah, we were also hunting things at the time too that we
Yeah.
thought might have crystals in them. So we should start making haste.
All right.
Okay, so how this is going to go. You guys, because you have, where the fuck my note?
Where the?
Or the
Real quick.
yuck.
Real quick.
The castle is on the mountain, isn't it?
Okay, because you've had people who've been there before, it'll be easier for you guys to go along with this. You'll get a bonus to this stuff, but we're going to be doing some checks to make you. Because again, it has been a long time since you've been there. It's not that you're being lost; it's just that you're navigating it for the first time, almost basically. You have a good general sense of where you're going, and you aren't just on the lookout for stuff. But you do know that monsters roam this area as well. They might not be a challenge for you at this point. You don't know, but there seems to be corrupted things out there too. So you have to be wary about those as well. Who knows how much stronger those are. So what I need you to do is to tell me, each of you guys, to choose how you're going about your exploration here. Like, what are each of you doing on this trip? Like, on your way there. How are you contributing to the exploration?
Temenos would try to keep the path as clear as possible, just so there's better lanes to see where everything is, so you keep a better sense of direction.
Okay. I want you to give me a survival check.
How detailed is this map?
Not very. It's just like general.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Temenos rolled a nat 20 for a total of 24.
Very nice, very nice.
Nice. Okay. How about the rest of you guys?
Be listening for and looking for any signs of danger approaching us, as well as trying to keep Temenos on the right path.
All right. Give me a perception.
Perception. Would you say this is a forest I'm in?
Yeah. You're heading through the forest.
Okay,
That's
so I
to
can
get
double
there.
my proficiency then.
Yeah.
So I have a +9 to this. And I needed it because I rolled a 5, so a 14.
I'm going to use Flash of Genius to add another 4 to that to make it an 18.
Oh!
Okay. And the other two?
Unfortunately, all of the skills Darius is really good at, I don't know if I can really make a case to use them here. I think I think it'll end up being a survival, but I think Darius is very much on the lookout for these corrupted creatures or signs of the corruption. With his history with demons and all of that, of just are there any signs that these things have been around? Are we going to that type of stuff?
Yeah. Give me a survival then.
That's a 3.
3. Okay.
I will also say, just if it comes up, Kainos cannot be surprised. So he has vigilance, so he cannot be surprised.
Yeah.
Just
Okay. And Silas, what are you doing on this?
So we have someone clearing the way. We have Endien kind of navigating Temenos. And we have someone looking out for demons. Endien was also looking for danger.
I'm more of looking for the danger than I am steering Temenos.
I guess. What is there for Silas to do? I guess I'll help.
Yeah, you could
navigate?
do this. You could double up on duties. It's not a.
Yeah, I'll help navigate.
Okay. Give me a survival then.
14.
14. Okay. It's taking about, like this has been about an hour of travel, basically. You guys are making your way through the forest. Nothing really sticking out just yet. It's more like, making your way. If I could get one of you to give me a D100 with a minus 20%.
I'll do it.
Actually, sorry, with a 0%, my bad. Sorry, it's just a flat 100 is what I mean. Sorry.
92.
92.
I don't know if that's good or
Also,
bad.
I am alert to danger when I'm in a forest.
I'll say both Endien and Kainos immediately.
Everyone's freaking me out. I'm putting on my mage armor.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say they alert you. They notice something coming at you guys pretty quick here. It is.
A bad.
Wait, mage armor is on for 8 hours. I'm putting that shit on every
Yeah.
single time.
Yeah.
Can't you also cast it for free?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should just have it on constantly. Like you wake up and you put it on.
It's part of your dailies.
Skincare routine. Nah, I have a mage armor routine.
Yeah, so you guys are noticed immediately. You're walking through the forest, and Kainos and Endien alert this to themselves that one of the plants nearby looks like it's about to try and like snag onto one of you, but between the two of you, you guys are able to alert fast enough that you're not like taken by surprise by this thing. And I need initiatives from everyone. And we'll use this initiative for any other encounters until you guys get to the mountaintop.
Of course, I roll bad for it.
Temenos rolled a nat 20 on his initiative.
Mm.
What to heck?
No, it's a what the hell. No heck for this. I got a 16.
Darius got a 10.
Yeah, I'm not rolling good. I rolled a nat 1 for a 9.
I rolled a 9 for 16.
What did Temenos get again?
Nat 20 for a total of 20.
20. Okay.
You have no plus to your initiative.
Well, he has negative strength. What do you want out of him?
Exactly. What do you want?
To get out of the way.
Well, you'd think if he has a negative in strength that bad, he'd have bonuses and other stuff, but not Dex, I guess. Okay, Temenos, it's you first. You see this giant plant with like writhing vines, like lashing out, like trying to like snag at you.
Okay.
But you've been alerted by your allies.
So can I see where the base of these vines are coming from?
Yeah. You see this giant like man-eating plant.
Okay. Let me see. I gotta remember how many I got. Okay, I will cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit. Well, it hits, but it doesn't. It seems to like poof, like wasn't strong enough to hit through its defenses. Is that it?
Okay. Yes, that'll be it.
Okay. That's Endien then.
I'm going to climb a tree.
Classic Endien strat.
Classic Indian strat. And I'm going to take my first shot at it.
Okay.
With sharpshooter as per usual. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
For a total of 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Then my second shot. I'm just trying to remember everything Endien has right now. It's gonna be another big 17 to hit
That'll hit.
for 20 points of damage. And then the Dread Ambusher shot. That one's a natural 1, baby.
Ooh, natural 1. You know what that means?
Percentile.
Percentile. Also means I gotta open this up.
53.
Never not having this up. Let's see. Sorry, what was the number again?
53.
50. Okay. That would be a embarrassing fumble. Table 20.
Cringe.
And it's ranged, right?
Yep.
Dust in the eyes. Your weapon's range is reduced by half for 1d4 rounds. You can roll the d4 if you'd like.
I mean,
I don't
does
think it
that
matters
matter because of
you're-
sharpshooter?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say it doesn't really matter because you're kind of It's whatever. Dust in your eyes right now. Some pollen from the trees like kicking up, but you're skilled enough to bypass it. It's not too big of an issue. Okay, that means it's Darius's turn, I believe, right? As in his Endien was done. That's not.
Yeah. Endien's
I'm going to position myself so that the plant would have to go past me to get to Endien, wherever she is in her tree. And I'm going to take 2 attacks with my boomerang shield, which is at range, so I'm 20 feet away from it. That is a 26 and a 12.
The 26 hits.
Okay. That is 9 slashing damage to it.
Okay.
And then I am going to have... Kainos isn't going to attack, but he's going to position himself next to Temenos. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. That will be Silas's turn.
I will Eldritch Blast. I get 2, right?
Yeah.
First one's a 10.
That's a miss.
Second one is a 21.
21 will hit.
For 6.
For 6. Okay. Okay. And what did you say you did with Kainos again?
Kainos is next to Temenos.
Next to Temenos. Okay. This giant plant like starts slithering towards, like, it looks Endien would notice, like, this is very unnatural for the plant. Like, it looks you can tell this might be a corrupted plant of some sort. This seems to be very unnatural to the world right now. Not even like a regular kind of plant creature that you'd find in the area, but like this seems to be like just rust, like a rotting stench to it, as it's like overgrown and like thornier than it should be, and it lashes out with with some vines as it starts to whip out at Darius.
Okay. That's what I wanted to happen. Truly.
So that's a 21.
That'll hit.
Okay, that'll hit. That is 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
I need and you are grappled.
Okay.
Cool. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained. So you're restrained.
Restrained as well. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Nope, that's
second one goes after Kainos. Second line.
Okay.
That one is a 15.
That's his armor class exactly.
It's armor class exactly. That is only 9 slashing damage, and it is also grappled and restrained. And it goes then after Temenos with its last vine. Ooh, that one's absolutely going to hit. That is a 20.
I am going to. Kainos is going to use reaction to deflect attack, so it has disadvantage on that.
Okay, so it's disadvantage, you said? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yep, it's still. That was the lower one. He rolled higher this time.
Tried.
Wow.
Ooh. That's gonna be 16 slashing damage, and you are also grappled and restrained. As this thing just launches out with these like vines that just like the tightest grip you've ever had, like it's like an almost unlimited vine length as it just coils around you and starts like choking the life out of you. Not great. That means it is Temenos' turn. Yeah, you can restrain just means that you have no speed and your attacks will have disadvantage, and you'll have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay, so because I'm grappled, would that affect how guiding bolt works?
You just have disadvantage on your attack.
Okay. So then I will cast guiding bolt at level 1.
Okay.
It's at disadvantage, correct? On the attack roll?
Yes.
Well, fuck me. 9. Does not hit.
Does not hit. Yeah, it's like you're like going to like blast this out and it like just squeezes you at the last moment and you're like, and it shoots offwards. If that's the end of your turn, it'd be Endien. It's got a lot of your compatriots just completely snagged right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go all out one time on him, but I gotta figure out how many all outs I can do in one shot here. Okay. Probably that one. Alright, let's take our first shot here. That's gonna be a natural 20, so we're definitely going.
There we go. There we go. That's what we want to hear.
Oh.
We are adding the shadow arrow from Arcane Shot. We are adding.
You got your fighter stuff.
Yeah. I'm adding favored foe. I am adding from my reaction Archer's Eye. So I'm adding 3 things to this shot.
Nice.
So it's gonna be a D8 from the arrow. It's gonna be a D4 from favorite foe.
Give me your percentile first if you got an F20.
True. I'm percentiling all over the place here. That's gonna be a 49, unfortunately.
49. That's a dangerous crit. Let's see. 5. In the knee, maximum damage. Roll the damage dice again.
Oh,
so what's...
fuck.
Well, let me figure out that first.
Yeah.
Because Arcane Shot, the Shadow Arrow, creature hits takes 2d6, so that's 12. The D4 from favorite foe, so that's 4.
So that's 16.
16. Add another 8 from the arrow itself for 24 plus 10 from the
Arcane or Archer's Eye?
Sharpshooter.
So,
34.
34.
And then the Archer's Eye adds a D10, right? So that's going to be another 10 on top of that. So that's 44.
44. Okay, don't even bother rolling. You just blast through. You like supercharge. You unleash your ult on this thing as it just. It doesn't have a knee, but it absolutely pierces straight through this thing, and it just slumps down. Everyone else just like the vines immediately like recoil and drop. You have destroyed this thing.
As you can see, not a very safe place to be.
I mean, this is hardly the most dangerous situation we've been in. I wasn't too worried about anything that was happening here.
Yeah, I didn't bother unsheathing my sword. Once I saw her go up in that tree, it was over.
With how quickly this creature was dispatched, Darius will ask, do all the creatures on this island have soul gems?
No.
What does it look like when they got one? Like, what happens?
I mean, after they...
Oh, yeah. It this thing does revert into a crystal.
That.
Yeah, it reverts into a crystal.
What are the rules about soul gems? Are there any rules?
How do you
want to tinker with one, don't you?
I was going to take one.
Take it.
I don't know if they are aware of how many gems there are or not. I assume they should know.
Because they are used in the library process.
Yeah. So I think they keep track of how many there are. So if one comes up missing...
I'll leave it on the island.
Gonna be...
I'll leave it before we go, and I'll slip this gem into my bag.
Okay. Just be careful with it. You don't want the corruption spreading.
I'll be careful. Don't worry.
Alright, how's everybody feeling? You get ready to keep going?
I wasn't touched. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I can just heal myself. No worries.
Alright.
Out of the way. Out of the way.
And I think then after that we can call this episode. We are done, and we will be able to see how you guys fare. I wonder how dangerous it is to hold on to that crystal.
We will find
I
out.
wonder what'll be at the
Bloody
top of this mountain. What will we find in this castle? And why was that halfling staring at Silas?
hell. He wants
Alright.
to fuck.
Give us a review if you can. Share this with your friends. Check us out on social media. Yeah, just check it all out. See ya. Bye.
Bye, bitches.